Hello everybody, welcome back to Rune Dice Classic Runs. So we've tried the Wizard and the Rogue. Who do we have like the least progress with? Because we have the most to gain from the least developed character. 151, 152. Let's take the Warrior out. And we just have, we have two Warriors. So this is Shield and Stun, or Overwhelming. Can't kill enemies, but does 2 times damage to first enemies. Let's take that out. Sure. Maximus Crow. And classic mode, 20 limit. We will bring the limit down once we start getting wins, is my basic expectation of things. But we'll see how things continue on. All right. Totally fine start. Nice to stun the guy at the back. I would like the money if I could, because getting to shops I think is going to be ever more important as time goes on. Just give me the max HP then, if you're not going to give me more dice. And then a tough battle. I'll start with the stun immediately. And if I can knock these twos together to go to that 3, while I then go on to get the 1. Not bad. Whoops. Well, we get more money out of that, so I'm not mad. And a shield die. We're just going to load up on basically every dice we can find. As well as basically prioritizing the cash wherever I can. That was terrible. That did not go as planned. Is that enough, or have we got 1 HP left? 7. Oh. I guess the die type that we have can do a lot of damage, but if they do get down to 1 HP, any excess damage is lost to us. Fury die. If the target is wounded, deals double damage. I'm fine with that. Let's take the chest. Is it a mimic? No. Let's go with another Overwhelm die. And then we'll try the mini-boss, because I want the better loot outcomes that I can get wherever they might come from. Not great options. Applies shield equal to enemy to the die value. Alright, that's a field refresh. Chest on the left is definitely something I want. And a 4 stun die, though the stun is only for 1. To the last enemy. Now, you know what? More stun will never hurt to have it, will it? And that's that fight resolved. 42 HP, not a bad place to be. When a healing die heals you, create a healing die on the field with the amount equal to the amount healed. Sure. And then where do we want to get to? Great question. We could do shop, tough battle, jester. I think I'd rather do fight, tough battle, fight, shop, fight, mini boss. Try and get as much cash as we can for the shops in the future. That's a good turn. Very happy with that. Oh. The stun can stack higher. Well, excuse my misunderstanding. Get another coin out of that. And just the 12 healing will be totally fine. We can actually take... Yeah, this tough fight I think is the one I planned on. Chest over here. Oh, come on, get the chest. Oh, come on. Thank you. Totally worth it. I don't think we need too much more in the way of stun. Because if we're just stunning the guy at the back over and over and over and over again, getting that one number higher doesn't help us that much in the long term, I think. A sneeze? Oh, right, we're fine. That's a great turn. I'm not sure what the really good relics are for this class. It's definitely something to keep an eye out for. Right, I would like the 5 to explode. It was very mid. Alright, we're going to get through here nice and swiftly. Heal for 9 or a shockwave rune. I'll take the shockwave rune. I could also skip perhaps for even more cash ahead of the shop. Fury die always targets the first enemy instead of a random one. Overwhelming fury. If the target is wounded, random enemy. That's not bad. If stun die targets an enemy that is already stunned, stun an adjacent enemy instead for the same duration. That seems like it could be pretty good. Fury die also grants 1 shield stack when dealing double damage to wounded enemies. I'm going to take this spreading paralysis for exactly the 18 we have. And then if we can get more paralysis stuff, I'll be all for it. Terrible. Just terrible. Alright, well, we're not going to get this chest, unfortunately. There's no way to make 2 4s into 2 5s that fast. It's a shame, but these things happen. Any cash? Not great ones. We do have this healing echo, so I'll take a healing die. And then off to the mini-boss. There's a lot of 3s on the board. Enemy shoots magical damage. Healing aura heals all allies for 3 HP. Okay. That was not nearly as grand as I was hoping it was going to be, but, you know, these things happen. I wonder if I could cut that in close enough to get the explosion to go. No, although I can now do it. There's just not very much for the explosion to interact with for us. That's worth it. Upgrade hammer. I would not mind it. Wow. So bad. We're not going to get the upgrade hammer either, are we? Nope. Absolutely not. Give me my 2 coins and get me out of here. Relic? Yes. Merge dice, ignore enemy dice magnetism. Dice discarded at battle end, heal hero for 1 each. I think the healing is going to be more important long term. +1 die value. A lot of 2s, a lot of 3s, not a lot of 4s. Damn. Well, at least nothing happened rather than something bad happening. 15% chance that your throwing dice will be a stun die. I will lean into that. Thanks ever so much. And then, oh, it's the spider. I thought it was going to be one that burrowed or something. And these? This die will strengthen the marked enemy. Okay. Of course, I immediately give it extra strength. Of course I do. I'd love to get the explosion for 6, but I don't see it happening anytime too soon. The cobwebs really suck. I really thought those would hit to 4s. You know what? I'll take it. God, when did our health tank so much? Are you stunned or do you still hit me? You still hit me. I did not see our health going that poorly. Woof. Alright, we'll run it back real quick. Give me a tough battle immediately. Classic mode, even just getting through the first act, does feel significantly more difficult than just getting through a standard first act. But I'm still uncertain as to exactly what might have changed with regards to balancing and such. Give me the overwhelming die. And where do we want to get to? That's a weird place for a mini-boss, but I will aspire to it just to get more drops, basically. How dare these fours not touch? Give me a bigger one. Very nice. Yeah, I even thought our, like, shops had been going generally pretty well and stuff. I guess I'll take a weakness rune. It's not really what I want, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. +3 die value. -1 die value, minimum 1. Well, this is just free real estate then. Would have been great, but it's fine. Alright, just 2 big targets at the back. Good. Alright. Stun certainly helping. Can I get this chest? Maybe. Oh, don't kill him. Don't kill them both. Do I have any shot on for this chest? Yes. I will take a stun die for 2. And I do like the spring coil. I would like to get more moves where 2 things end up touching from the chain reactions I make rather than just the 1 chain reaction, but it's tricky to always manipulate both sides of that equation. How don't you end up together? Another healing die. Our health already much lower than I'd like it to be, but I'm going to keep playing aggressively, really. Really could have done with those 5s touching for the extra 10 damage. Well, the weakness rune was completely wasted with that turn, but hey, these things happen. Obviously, I should have used it way earlier if I was going to get mileage out of it. I probably should have healed. Dice are nice, but healing is healing. Keeping the guy at the back stunned is lovely. No denying that. At this rate, we might get out of here completely unhurt, which would be delightful. Yeah, I'm very happy with that round. Give me the heal. I want the stun die, but give me the heal. Out of the chest. I'll take a bomb die for the AoE. Okay. Terrible. God, if I could get that 6, I'd be so happy. We're gonna need some big springs here. Well, it's nice. That was terrible. That was shockingly bad. But we do get out of here. Quick reset is nice. Shop rerolls cost half as much. When the table resets, enemies are placed in a random order. Give me quick reset. I need a good chance for some healing, really. Nice to stun the guy at the back and kill the guy at the front. Keep stunning up. And that's the round, I believe. Six HP or a healing die for 2. Take the healing die, and then we really need to think about where we're going now. One fight, Jester Shop, or alter one fight shop. Hopefully we can parlay this Jester into something incredible. We can just keep the guy at the back stunned. We could come out of this quite all right. Cannot get to... I could probably get that stun. Nice. Now, the guys at the front are something to be concerned with. That is fair. How those fours don't touch, I will never understand. Alright, we are not the healthiest, but we're alive. Give me the 12. And just give me a bunch of really good healing. Well, there's only a single one on the board. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't hate it, honestly. And if I can hit this guy, we might get the 5s to touch there as well. It was terrible. Oh dear. Let's hope for slightly better shopping. Enemies take 50% damage when attacking your shields. Don't have a lot of shields. The re-shield for each enemy killed. Shop rerolls cost half as much. 6 for a 12 heal. Would take me to 18, but then if I reroll, we're going to lose out on a lot of good ability to buy stuff. I really do need the healing. Stun die for 4. I do need more in like the 3 and 4 range, really. We got a lot of 2s. And then Great Big Pig. Where is a good opening move? Not too bad, if I can say so. Very good. Very, 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 very good. What plays do we have left here? I mean, that'll do it. 20% chance that your throwing die will be a shield die. Overwhelming die converts all damage dealt to enemies with 1 HP into shield points for the hero. %chance throwing a die will be a stun relic. Our overwhelming die probably aren't big enough to be doing a lot of damage over enemies with 1 HP, unfortunately. But stunning more at the back doesn't seem great. Throwing a 1 shield thing also doesn't seem great. Let's try and see if we can lean into this overwhelming die then. Oh look, a giant overwhelming die. And now, the desert biome. Right, we did not heal. But we do have a 12 heal right here, so give me a tough battle. Going to continue to lean into trying to do difficult encounters for higher returns. Give me some cash. Nice. And probably the 15 healing here. Gets us off on a really good start for the floor. Chest into mini-boss seems great. Amazing. No notes. Was that a tough battle? Because it didn't feel it. Although we might be beginning to notice the benefit of having a giant pouch of dice. Although we're at 12 of a cap of 20, so there's still plenty of work to do on that front. Oh, this will be good. This will be great. So many 4s on the board. Are slowly running out of good shots on 1s. Just kind of its own problem. Good shield gains. Not that we need it with the amount of stun at the back line. $5 cash out of that is very welcome. Shop rerolls are cheaper, dice merges are bigger, healing. Give me cheaper shop rerolls because I would like to find relics that are really empowering to the build. Big fan of when an opening move can be that strong. Lovely. I will take a 16 healing rune. And then 23 gold, I think we can go shopping. All shop items cost 20% less, but it costs 18. It's a real investment in our future. Another huge overwhelm die, though, could be on for us to get loads of extra defense for ourselves out of this merciful shield. So I think I'm going to do that. And we'll take the mini-boss rather than the chest. Free runes. I'm going to take the purge rune because there are some really unpleasant bosses coming up that could be a problem. Get stunned at the back. That was not the moment I really wanted to hit throw, but all's well that ends well. I'll take another 16 HP to hold on to. Now, I want to go to one of these mini-bosses. I'm going to go to the one on the right, because if we go to the one on the left, we can't get on track for this mini-boss as well. And the more mini-bosses, the more loot. The more loot, the better things are going for us. Ugh, so much sand. What is this? Removes 4 random enemy dice from the field. 4 bits of sand is not very much sand, is it? I really want to get that bomb. But I don't even know if I can at those angles. Here comes the sand. It's going to all disappear in just a moment, though, so it's not so terrifying. Alright. Sand is out of here. I'd still really like that explosion to go off, though. There it is. Didn't even see the upgrade hammer over there. Not that I think it is super critical to our current build. Just a cool 60 damage. You know how we do. 41 shield. Excuse me? Merge dice ignore enemy magnetism. Yeah. And one of these. +2 die value. Do I want to make a 7 out of one of these? Sure. I don't know if I've ever had a naturally occurring 7 pre-merge before. But, you know, we have lots to aspire to. Yeah, 14 damage out of that guy is very nice. Or just a bunch of shield if the enemy isn't able to die. Where do I want to go? I'll take it. Very juicy. I'll take the max HP off that one, thank you. And then the shop is kind of a dead round, but the mini-boss, I think, is worth. Honestly, we could do with a couple more ones. We are lacking ones on the board. But I'm not going to sell that for 3 to get another one. Now it's the weird burrowing worm guy. Very big turn. I don't mind juicing the guy at the back at all because he's just stunned. That's a bad time, though. That's a great time. Get some cash. Get the enemy completely crushed. Survive with comeback and 10 HP. Replace throwing dice with value 2. I mean, we do have a lot of 2s and just a couple 1s. Or 10 HP after every fight. I think 10 HP after every fight wins out there. Plus 3 dice value to a max of 9. I mean, do I ever take this to an 8? Would that be ludicrous? Apparently it would be ludicrous. Shame. Which one are you? Applies 3 weakness to hero. Applies weakness equal to die value to the hero. Alright. Away we go. $123 damage. Turn 1. I'd say it's going okay. And we got 12 armor. Not that it's good in this fight, apparently. Terrible. Well, the guy at the back is no concern of ours. It's a shame our shield isn't doing anything against these magical attacks, but it happens. And we still have 4 more dice to find to put on the board. Spreading paralysis I was hoping to see again. At the end of each turn, deal magical damage to all enemies equal to your current shield stacks, then remove all shield from the hero. We do end up with some what would be effectively very big AoE with that as well. Let's try that then. And a 6 on Overwhelm? Yes, absolutely. Alright, we're getting into the kind of synergies that I would expect to feel on a big run like this. I can't remember which one you are. We'll just have to find out when we get there. I'm going to go chest and tough battle, I think. Where do we even start? Alright, so far so smooth. I will take a healing die for 1. And then the chest. Not a mimic. Shield die for 4. Tough fight. Wow, these explosions are not helping that much. But that is a lovely big chain. And 16 AoE to everybody is very nice. Give me even more max HP for this late game. Fury Die also grants 1 shield stack when dealing double damage to wounded enemies. I don't really have much in the way of Fury. Creates a die with 1 Verge value every 3rd merge. I don't mind that. Uh, 13. We don't have to spend. I could save it for the next shop. I presume there will be more shops. What are you up to? Grants dodge equal to die value to this enemy. Fine. Yeah, having a field full of dice has finally started to feel super OP in like the best, most fun way. I'm gonna take Merchant's Favor here. It was very expensive in the shop. Alright, there are very late game shops we can get to. That's not a problem. I want to get to a tough battle without going to a shop, but I can't. So let's go to 2 regular battles and then the shop and then onwards. 1, 2, 3 straight to the bomb. Very nice. I mean, I'll take it for sure. I don't see any goodies. But the sheer chains of dice that we are making right now is doing great work. Give me a gravity rune. That will surely come in handy in the late game. That didn't go as I'd hoped it would. That's right, these things happen. That went much better. Just stunned McGee over there at the back. Any goodies? Any treasure? I don't see any. We're at full health. Get the money. Thank you so much. Skip for 3. Back to shopping. Stunning chance, discounts. None of it seems great. 1s, 2s. We could do with another 3. And I'll take it so my dice can be healing dice from time to time. That will surely be reasonably helpful. Upgrade hammer. I don't think we need another 7. We're oversubscribed on 3s, right? No, not really. 2 into 3 would probably be best. Wow, just terrible. Well, all the shield is a big AoE. So I do like that. Cruising on out of there. Give me max HP, because we're at 20 dice now, so we don't really need to consider trying to take more, because they won't populate onto the board. Oh no, that 1 dice I wasn't going to throw anyway. Whatever will I do? And by throw, I mean merge, and by merge, and there's just so much stuff. We don't need to worry about these things. Another gravity rune? That was awful. But that will clear up nicely. Your attacks deal double damage to enemies with full HP. When table resets, enemy order resets. Will probably be nice. Not far left to go. 2 fights and shop, I suppose. Very nice. Can hardly argue with all of that. Can I snipe the chest? Not if you keep putting 1s in front of where I want to go. Right, well, the bombs don't explode. The table resets. They swap places, which means we can stun the other one. Not that we need to stun the one at the back, evidently. More max HP. I do like it when they put a very strategically placed giant explosion right in the middle of the huge shot I'm planning. It makes everything go so much more swiftly. Would have been nice to get some more of these 8s into 9s, maybe see a 10, but so far very little opportunity for it. That's gone about as planned. Try and rack up a bunch of shield for a big AoE attack. Alright, I'll take a big heal here before the finale, perhaps. It'll do. 18 gold. Another gravity rune. And a tiny health rune. Right, what's your shtick? Cleavers. No standard dice spawn on the field. Victory requires using only your deck of dice. Okay. Shall we just start? Yeah. Wow, that was bad. How do you not touch? I guess I needed to do closer to that. Fine, it's really mid, but it's something. Probably the worst 3 gravity runes I've ever tried to use, but hey. Not a single other 3 on the board. It's kind of tough. Is the guy at the back still gonna explode, even if he's stunned, which is really a bother. Like, if this bag of dice can't win, feels like a really rough fight. Obviously, some of my shots have not been the most usefully accurate, but I felt like we came into this quite strong, and it's gone quite badly. Damn. Bomb rune adds a bomb die value 5 to your queue. Win a game with 90 plus max HP. Nanok the Barbarian, play overwhelming die 100 times. Warrior class level. Gain 3 shields when entering combat. Play 250 warrior dice. Pocket Aegis. Another warrior level. Alright, so warrior got a lot of work done for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.